Broad-based business reporting is fundamental. There's an elephant in the room, and the elephant in the room is that traditional financial reporting only accounts for a minority of the market capitalisation of listed companies. It's only telling us a small part of the picture, and in fact, in the last 20 years, it's gone from being 80% of the picture down to around about 30% of the picture. So broad-based business reporting is about giving us insight into that other 70% of the health and well-being of an organisation, into understanding many of the intangibles that help make the business work, whether it's the human capital or other aspects of the licence to operate in the community. And that's all relevant at the end of the day because it hits the share price. Talk to any company who's lost its licence to operate, and you're talking to a company who's lost a significant amount of capital, if not gone broke. Broad-based business reporting has a lot in common with triple bottom line, but it takes a good idea and makes it even better, because what it does is takes the disclosure practices of triple bottom line reporting and marries it back to a much more management discipline in terms of understanding the strategy of the organisation. So whereas under triple bottom line reporting we might, for example, disclose our donations to the community, philanthropic events, for example, broad-based business reporting encourages companies to provide that disclosure in the context of the strategy of the business. So it really raises the question, why are you donating to these aspects of the community, and how is that relevant to the share price and the investors and the owners of the company? And it's a very useful tool from an internal perspective, because if you're a company and you don't have a good answer for that, 9 times out of 10 it probably says maybe you shouldn't be doing it. Well, I think it's really important that when we look at the broad-based business reporting tool, we're looking at a process to provide greater insight into a corporation over many, many years. And when we say many, many years, we're specifically meaning a lot more than the 1, 2 or 3 years of economic downturn that we might experience. The institutional investors, particularly in Australia with superannuation, underwrites so much of our listed company environment and all of the suppliers to listed companies. Those investors are investing for 20, 30, 40 years. And this economic downturn that we're experiencing in the moment is going to be a small fraction of those 20, 30, 40 years. So the tool is all about informing over that period of time. And so it's very important we don't get caught up in just this short-term aspect of the business. And in fact, broad-based business reporting leads to better informed investors, and better informed investors are usually more engaged investors, and better engaged investors always make for better companies. In terms of whether companies need to be convinced, the reality is that leading companies already understand this. So one of the problems or challenges for other companies is if your competitors are providing this level of information and you're not, what does that say about you in a competitive environment? But the other thing is that investors have been asking for this information for some time. We've had government inquiries, we've had the ASX Corporate Governance Council principals talk very clearly about the need to inform on non-financial material risks. And really the broad-based business reporting tool provides information to allow companies to furnish that through to their investors and inform those investors as to how the business is travelling, both today, but a lot of the issues that broad-based business reporting flags are issues that are sustained over time, whether that's human capital or whether it's the social licence to operate or engagement with the community. Broad-based business reporting is a very powerful tool.